Welcome back to Keeping Up in Disney. We've been staying here at Art of Animation Resort for our trip, and we're about to do a full resort tour. So come along with us as we check out the front of the resort, the lobby, all the different buildings, and all the different sections.
So let's take our first look. You can see we're right here with the Art of Animation sign. As you can tell, the resort is themed after Cars, Little Mermaid, Nemo, and The Lion King.
It's all based on the Disney and Pixar animations, some of the most classic stories.
AKA Art of Animation.
Yep, all the animation.
You can see over here, this is the bus stops to go to the parks. So this is also a Skyliner resort. We also have the Skyliner.
The Skyliner is really nice. The Skyliner connects you to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and we'll take a closer look at the Skyliner later too. So this is the front of the resort here, and the first thing you'll see when you pull up is these huge, awesome pages of animation style for all the characters of the sections. And over here to the right, we've got where you would be dropped off and picked up by the Magical Express. So over here is where we're gonna start our tour, as that's where you'd be starting your vacation. So you've just gotten off the Magical Express and you're ready to start your Art of Animation vacation. Where are you gonna go first? Into the lobby, Animation Hall. When you enter Animation Hall, you're greeted with the greatest smell you'll ever smell. Magic Candle Company does make a candle that smells like this lobby smell. We definitely recommend it. It's amazing. So you'll see here, you're greeted with all these classic sketches of animation all along the walls, everywhere you can see. And as you go on, the sketches start out a little more basic, like just black and white lines, sketches on paper. And as you progress, they gain a little bit more color and detail as we go through the years and the animation takes shape more. And the lobby on the other side is beautiful. Got a rainbow of colors carrying on your way through. And now we can see them becoming much more detailed and like what you would have actually seen almost as the finished products for the movie. One of the coolest things about Animation Hall is this little chandelier mobile thing here that actually has sketches on it too of some movies. And some of them are actually signed by the animators who created them. And then over here when you walk in, straight ahead you've got the Incan paint shop, which is the gift shop here. To the left is the transportation, the bus area that we showed before in the beginning off to the left. And straight ahead of that is Landscape of Flavors, the food court here at Art of Animation. And on both sides of the Incan paint shop, you've got really cool animation too, showing off the different movies that are featured here at the resort. Need to catch a bus to the parks? Just come to the transportation section and walk right out and catch a bus to either of the 4 parks, Disney Springs, Blizzard Beach, or Typhoon Lagoon. It's awesome. We're gonna enter back into Animation Hall and check out the Incan paint shop, which is the gift shop here. So here we go, entering the Incan paint shop. Over here you've got more of the plushes, toys, kind of various miscellaneous items, and then you've also got candies and snacks over here. The other side is more of the apparel. It's kind of split in half. You can find a lot of really cool stuff here. We like looking around in here every day, and they do change things quite often. They get new stock fairly often, so you'll always see new things coming in and out of here. We really like looking around in the Incan paint shop. You can see some of the details on the top, just making it look like an Incan paint shop with all those paint bottles up there and paint splatters on the floor. And now we're gonna take a look at Landscape of Flavors, the food court here at Art of Animation. So one of the things that we noticed that's super cool about this food court is that there are different sections for each of the sections of the resort as well. So over here, this is the Lion King section. You can see that awesome chandelier that looks just like details from the Lion King. And all the paintings on the wall are themed to Lion King as well. So we've got the Lion King section here. The next one over here is the Cars section. As you can see, different things from Cars too. These paintings on the wall represent Cars, and you've got the chandelier to match here as well with those tire tracks in the sky. And then in the center, they've got the fill stations for all your resort refillable mugs, which we're gonna show off too, in case you're not familiar with how those work. Over here is the actual food service section. Currently they're doing mobile order only, but normally you'd be able to go up, order and get food from any of these sections, take it to those registers there, and check out. Right now with mobile order, you place your order and then pick it up from one of those. They do still have a dessert case and pastry case over here that you can look at though. So a lot of good things here. Cinnamon rolls, donuts, muffins, a lot of different grab and go items, and even some special mermaid tail cupcakes for the resort, and a cookies and cream sundae cupcake, which are two of the specialties here. So a lot of this stuff looks really, really good. And a general little grab and go section over here with better for you things, savory, libations, hydrate, beverages, milk and juice, anything that you would need. And some little cereals and snacks for the morning there. And we love these celebration cakes. Jamie has always wanted one really badly. They're so cute. They've got a white chocolate and a chocolate. The next section of the food court is the Nemo section. So you can see the paintings hanging up there look just like Nemo. The chandelier is a bunch of fish. And on the wall, you can see the coral there too. It's really cute. And then the last one we have over here is the Ariel Little Mermaid section. So this looks just like Ariel's grotto on the chandelier there. And the paintings on the wall are all themed to Little Mermaid as well. So it's just a really cool detail of this food court that we like a lot. Landscape of Flavors is a lot of fun. We liked coming here in 2019 and actually going up and grabbing things from the stations to take them out. It's different now with mobile order, but it's still a great food court. So we're gonna fill up our resort refillable mug too. These are $19.99 and then they're good for the duration of your stay. You can get unlimited refills. So Jamie's gonna show how they work.
In case you've never filled up your own drinks before out of the soda fountain.
Or at one of these resorts, because they are a little different. So each of these cups have like a chip in the bottom, and you actually set it on the black tray, and it kind of registers and activates, and says when you press it, it's not saying it right now, but usually it'll tell you how long you can fill up till. But it'll read your chip, make sure it's all good to go, and that's how you get your fill here. The food court here is currently open till 11 p.m. It has breakfast until 11 a.m. and then a dinner menu. The breakfast has pretty much everything you'd expect. Waffles, bacon, eggs, sausage, lots of different options. And then dinner has a lot of different things too, like pastas, burgers, chicken sandwiches, pizza, chicken tenders, a lot of the standard kind of items that you'd want in a food court. And then there are some other interesting things too, so we definitely recommend checking out the menu. We're back here outside the Incan paint shop, back in the lobby, facing that way, and the transportation over there. And we are at the Pixel Play Arcade, which is the arcade here at Art of Animation. We typically don't spend too much time in here, but if you enjoy games and arcades, there's a lot to do in here. So definitely great for kids. This would keep kids busy. If you got some time around the resort, you need something to do. There are a lot of fun games. There's even a photo booth. Air hockey. It's actually a really nice arcade. It's super fun. And then from Incan Paint Shop, Pixel Play Arcade right there, we head out and we will be seeing now the main pool here at Art of Animation, the big blue pool, which is really, really nice. And right outside of the lobby, Animation Hall, we have this directory here, so we're gonna quick show this off just so you can kind of see the layout visually before we take our walk around more. Over here is right where we were standing when we started, looking at the bus station, the front, and Animation Hall. We walked in through there and came straight through to here. Right here on the map, that's where the food court would be. Over here is that main part where you check in, and then we are here looking at that big blue pool there. So surrounding the big blue pool is the Nemo section. To the right is the Cars section. From the left of the Nemo section, you run into the Lion King section, and then you can walk through the Lion King section to get to the Little Mermaid section where we're currently staying. Also, from the big blue pool and the Nemo section, if you walk straight, or along from any of the trails on Hourglass Lake, you will run into the Skyliner Station. That's in between Art of Animation and Pop Century and will take you directly to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, and the Riviera Resort and Caribbean Beach Resort if that's where you want to go. So let's just take a look from the front of the Big Blue Pool. We'll take a better walk around later, but you can see already, it's a pretty nice sized pool. The theming is awesome. You got a lot of big corals. It's very lively. It's a fun place to be. Just next to the Big Blue Pool, where we just were, is the drop-off pool bar. So they've got a lot of good drinks here. They actually do have some snacks. You can get Mickey pretzels, I think some ice cream bars, a couple other little treats if you're out at the pool and need something good to eat. And yes, I think some people don't even know this, but they do have an outdoor refillable mug station right there on the side of the drop-off pool bar. And the food court closes at 11, so you can't go in and fill your drinks late, but we found that this mug station does stay open all night. So if it's late and you need something to drink, you can come here and fill your mug up. Continuing on from the mug station and the drop-off pool bar, we're passing by the lobby over there to the right, and then straight ahead we can see just a little bit in the distance we're about to be entering into Radiator Springs. Ornament Valley, a happy place. So immediately you're greeted by this awesome Radiator Springs sign and the sheriff over here, just like he's kind of watching the road, you know, when lightning drove into town and he was hiding out there. So that's a really cool detail. He's watching you go into the car section, making sure you're not speeding. The sign for Ornament Valley and Radiator Springs, and then we come onto the path that actually looks like a road, and it's so cute. So that's what you're walking along. Got a lot of the characters from Cars, so here's Doc Hudson over on the right. The sides of the buildings too are themed like Radiator Springs. So you've got kind of those bluffs and little cliffs there, cacti, and just the colors that really make you think of Radiator Springs. And there are some fun little details while you walk through too. Like that. Mater used it. Dang near fainted. Looks like he had just been painted. Sponsored by Rusty's as we make our way along the road. Over here as well we've got Flo. She looks awesome. So fun to see all these Cars characters. Over there on the left we've got Luigi's. We'll take a better look at that in just a moment. And right ahead is the Cozy Cone Motel. No vacancy, 100% refrigerated air. The Cozy Cone is so cute. It's really well themed, and actually the Cozy Cone is also functional. Really cool little details in the windows there. The office and the different signs. The Radiator Springs postcards there. Another cactus. Just super cute theming. And then you walk through the Cozy Cone, which actually has bathrooms for you to use while you can hang out at the Cozy Cone Pool, which is an amazing little pool. It's really kind of almost private and secluded. It's in the shape of a wheel well, or a half wheel I suppose, and you can see those little cones around the sides are kind of like cabanas, and you don't have to rent those, you don't have to pay for those. If you're staying here, they're first come first serve, so you can get yourself a cone. It would be great for shade. That's where I would like to come. It would be perfect to hang out in a Cozy Cone, so it's just really cool theming, a super nice pool. And right outside of the pool too, they do have a vending machine and a snack machine with some goodies for if you get hungry while you're at the pool. And then just turning right from the Cozy Cone, heading along Route 66, you can see some of the things pointing you in the directions here. So you got the laundry over there, Finding Nemo and Animation Hall to the right, but right ahead we've got the Tow Mater building. So this is super cool. Sign looks just like Tow Mater's sign from the movie. And here we've got Mater the man himself. He looks so cool. I actually do have a Mater Loungefly on pre-order that I'm really excited for to come. Maybe the next time we come here I'll have to bring my Mater and my Lightning McQueen backpacks and wear them. I would love to stay in the car section sometime. These rooms here are family suites, so they sleep anywhere from I think like 3 to 5 people in a room. They're great for families. They have 2 bedrooms, an eating section, a fold down bed. Definitely recommend checking out some full room tours. Unfortunately, we are not staying in the car section, so we can't show those, but we will show our Little Mermaid room, or we already have in a previous video. So if you haven't seen that yet, we'll link it above. And just continuing our walk, on the left, we've got the Cozy Cone. We're coming up to Sarge's Surplus Hut, which isn't actually anything. It doesn't have anything in it. It's just here for theming reasons, and it is really cool. I don't know if there's actually anything inside there either. Maybe they keep carts for the resort in there, or other kind of like utility or functional things, but it's not for guest use. And then right here we have this amazing, probably my favorite, the Wheel Well Motel building. This is so cool. So we've got Lightning and Sally here, just like they were when they went on their drive to see the wheel well, hanging out in front of this building. It's just amazing theming. The wheel well is huge. It's really impressive. You can actually go into the little gas station. Cars is one of my favorite movies, so I'm always just in love with this section. It's my dream to stay here. Oop, I wonder if we can see her tattoo. And right past that, as we continue our little loop around the cars section, we've got Fillmore. He's so cool. He's funny. I love Fillmore. Who doesn't love Fillmore? And his organic fuel. And now with the Cozy Cone Motel and the pool on our left, we're coming ahead to the last building of the cars section. I'll call it the Luigi building. It's Luigi's Casa della Tires. The theming in all of these sections is just amazing.
It says chicken Alfredo on the window.
It says fettuccine Alfredo. Yeah, I do like me some fettuccine Alfredo. Look at that. They're so cute. Look at Luigi. Look at Guido. And that huge tower of tires. It's so impressive. I love it here. Ooh, the wheels. Ooh, that's so cool. Cool detail. So it had those in the window, the fettuccine Alfredo. And then the white walls that Lightning McQueen probably put on in the movie are probably the fettuccine Alfredos. So now with the Cozy Cone Motel and the cars section behind us, we'll continue back towards the Nemo section and animation hall. As we leave the cars section, you can see there that Radiator Springs poster that's actually kind of almost like a cap to cover the stairs. And at Pop last year when we stayed there too, we'll link our Pop tour above if you haven't seen it yet. But all the stairs at these value resorts, like Pop and Art of Animation, always have cool things on the sides of the stairs to go along with the theming. So you saw the ones for Radiator Springs, and now we've got those mine seagulls for the Nemo section. It's so fun. So now we're back by the drop-off pool bar, and we're gonna take a look quickly at the pool from the outside and then the Nemo section. So they do have some seating over here for if you get something from the drop-off pool bar. Some fun little ping pong tables to play at. And here's some laundry if you need to come out and do your laundry while staying in this section. And they also have the bathrooms for the Nemo pool over here as well, so you can quick hop out and use the restrooms if needed. And then we come up to one of the buildings of the Nemo section. Looking straight at the pool, there are buildings on both sides of the pool. The Nemo section only has two pretty big but longer buildings with giant characters outside because it does have this huge pool in the main section. So there's not quite as much room for buildings, but we'll take a look at the section in full. So you can see too, the theming and the details on the side of the buildings are so cute. We got fish, coral, and then we come up to the first giant character statue in this section for this building. It's Mr. Ray. So he's so cool. He's giant, just hanging out and swimming. And then if we turn around directly from Mr. Ray, you enter into the kiddie pool area, which is like a little splash pad with coral. And you've got all the fun little characters from school. And Marlin and Nemo sticking their heads out of the coral. How cute is that? And then from that kids splash area, turning directly around, we are at the end of the big blue pool, facing towards Animation Hall. So you can see the pool in full here. And those awesome details of the jellyfish. They're spraying down water. And the pool is shallow over here and it gets deeper as you go further into the middle, and then shallows out a little bit more and gets a little bit lower over by the hall. Then on the left there, we've got that Ray building we were just looking at. And then we haven't looked at it yet, but on the right over there, and that's the Crush building that we'll get to. And then directly behind this splash pad is the kids' playground that we'll look at. And beyond that is the Skyliner, which we'll get to as well. Out of the kids' splash area and passing Mr. Ray, we're just heading alongside this building. And we come up to this fun little kids' play area here. This has a bunch of different slides, tunnels, cool little things for kids to play on. And the theming is really cute, and you've got Squirt there. And this kind of cool soft ground, I never really know how to describe this. You see it on some playgrounds and other places, but it's really fun. Look at this, you can actually explore a little bit and go into the coral. sure kids would have a lot of fun playing there. We're just a little past that kids' playground. I'm gonna turn directly around 180 degrees, and you can see out there in the distance, that's the Skyliner Station out on Hourglass Lake. So this is where you'd walk to if you needed to get to Caribbean Beach Resort, Hollywood Studios, the Riviera Resort, or Epcot really quickly. The Skyliner's pretty nice. We like it. It's really fun to ride on. It's really cool. I will say, sometimes it shuts down fairly frequently due to inclement weather because it always rains on and off all the time in Florida, and you can never really predict it. Sometimes it's not super reliable, and we end up having to take buses, but when it's running, it's awesome. Look how cool it looks out there on the lake. So this is the only floating Skyliner station. They say that when you're riding on it. And the Skyliner stations are themed a bit to match the resorts they go with. So obviously we're not at Caribbean Beach, Hollywood Studios, the Riviera, or Epcot, but all of those stations have really cool theming to match where they're supposed to be. So we definitely recommend checking those out too. And the caps for the ends of the stairs here in the Nemo section are those really cool corals, the reef. I am back by the playground area. They do have some cornhole or bags there for you to play if you'd want to. And then we're coming up to the other building on the right-hand side from where we're at. This is the Crush building, directly across from Mr. Ray. Crush the turtle. He's so cool. He's so big and he's sitting on a wave. Ride the wave, dude. He's so fun. Maybe he's on the EAC. And Dory's hanging out there with him. And we'll just make our way along this building up to the front over there, back by Animation Hall, and we'll meet you back there. We're back by Animation Hall. That door right over there leads into Landscape of Flavors, and we're at the end of the Nemo buildings, and we're gonna make our way over into the Lion King section, straight ahead. If you're looking at the big blue pool from Animation Hall, it would be directly left, and then you just walk straight, and you'll find yourself at this Lion King section. And the stairs for the Lion King section look kind of like Pride Rock. Just such cool details here. The theming is amazing.
So now we're walking into the Lion King section. As you can see right here on the left is Rafiki, Pride Rock right behind him. This is one of my favorite sections as well.
Jamie really likes the Lion King and the Little Mermaid section.
And every night they also do campfires out here.
You can do s'mores.
Yeah. So right on this side we have Simba or Mufasa. Not too sure which one he is, but you can see on the side of the buildings it looks like the scene from the beginning of the movie where all the animals are coming to like the big rock. Yeah, they kind of are walking like to Simba right over there. And they are working on this section right now, so that's why there's a lot of cranes.
We've shown it in our other videos previously from this trip, so if you haven't seen those, we'll link some of them above where I was walking through some of the construction in the morning, but there was even more before. They've been touching up the sides of the buildings. We also had some examples in previous videos of what they're kind of touching up as far as the details of the characters go and other things.
So you can see up here we have Simba, Pumbaa, and Timon as a Hakuna Matata scene, which is also Ari's backpack.
And
his shirt. So we're gonna walk under the log. Very cool. Now these are also suite buildings.
Nemo is family suites as well, so Little Mermaid is actually the only section that has kind of single rooms, and you can either get twin beds or a king bed.
You can also put in room requests like we always do. So right over here we are coming upon
the elephant graveyard
with the hyenas. So this one is actually pretty cool at night. It glows up right down under there, turns red.
Yeah, it's so cool. It looks like a little lair.
If you know all the hyenas' names, comment below.
So that's a really cool part of the section there.
Coming up upon this rock we have Scar.
And it's really cool too. If you look at the buildings over when Jamie was showing before, it's like the happy beginning section, and now this part when we're by the villains,
gray.
It's dark and gray, like the part of the movie when it gets, you know, to Scar.
Where the light doesn't touch
the kingdom, yeah.
Yeah. So now we were coming up onto the end of this Lion King section, and last but not least we have Mr. Zazu. He's the first thing you see when you walk into this section, or the last thing, or first thing if you're coming from the Little Mermaid section like we are every single day. So that's what it looks like. And if you look right down over there, you can see the Skyliner on the lake. So now we are coming up to my most favorite section, under the sea, the Little Mermaid section. Right walking up, you can see the corals on the side of the buildings. Those are the staircases, and right here we have, I don't know what they're called, light posts.
Yeah, they illuminate.
Which look like, they look like a ship.
They do. They look like they're made out of, you know, wood from something in the Little Mermaid.
So as you can see from the plants so far, it makes it kind of look like you are under the sea, and they kind of look like seaweed a little bit.
It does. It makes you feel like you're on the ocean floor. Look how green that is right there. It kind of looks like kelp or something. Didn't mention it while we were walking through, but the Lion King section also has some really cool foliage and trees and grass and theming. It kind of makes it look like you're in a jungle. It's a really cool theming detail.
Coming up here, we have a dingle hopper. I think it's a little sucker you can use to like brush your hair out.
Maybe.
I'm not too sure. Maybe Ariel can tell us. But then right over here, we got
a snarf blat.
A snarf blat. If you remember the scene from the movie, Ariel doesn't know what it is, blows on it thinking it's like an instrument, or who knows what she thinks it is.
Tell her what it is.
Yeah.
Says, that's a snarf blat.
Scuttle doesn't really know too much. A treasure chest with tons of jewels, which is very pretty. And right over here, we have a drink canister.
I don't know what.
I don't really know what it is.
It's kind of like a sign, but
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a who's it and what's it galore.
And then right over here, we have Prince Eric.
The statue that she had in her grotto that she was trying to hide and that her dad found.
We're gonna come over to this side.
If you're walking into the Little Mermaid section, looking at Eric, turning to the right.
We've got a giant Ursula here.
This is, yeah, the Ursula building. In the back is Theme 2 with Flotsam and Jetsam. So that's really cool as well. Yeah, on the building.
So we will cut right through here. You can keep going straight if you want to, or you can turn right down here, which is the entrance, one of the entrances to the pool.
The Flippin' Fins Pool. That's the name of the pool over here in the mermaid section.
And greeting us here, we have Sebastian.
And I really love how these rocks look here. They're almost kind of like iridescent, and they've got such cool colors on them. It's a really cool detail.
And then right over here, we will walk right here. So this is the entrance to the pool. I really love this pool. It is one of my favorite pools on Disney property because it's a Little Mermaid. And then we're gonna walk right over here. So we have the singing fish and we have King Triton. This is the King Triton building. We have always stayed in this building. We really like this one.
He's really big.
Yeah. He's got a giant six-pack.
He's super cool to look at. He looks very majestic up there in the sky. You can see the same thing here, kind of with this one. On the back there, you've got those, like the trumpet fish from his orchestra or whatever it was for the choir. That's just a cool detail too. King Triton is directly across from Ursula. So if we're looking at the shape of the resort in the mermaid section, you have Ursula there, Sebastian in the middle, and then King Triton is directly across from them. And straight ahead over there would be where we came from, the Lion King section, and all those other cool things from her grotto that we saw along the way.
The one thing I do like about this section is that it's very spread out too. It has giant sidewalks and it's just very pretty. So right over here we have another entrance to the pool, and we have the laundry room right over there. So that's that building, has some bathrooms and vending machines as well. And here we are, my favorite part, the Ariel building and Flounder, but mostly just Ariel.
And all the fish surrounding her on the sides. They look so cool.
So this is also another giant statue here.
And we're right now, like, so if you look across the pool, we're
you
directly
can see
across
Sebastian.
from, yeah, Sebastian looks awesome there, like he's conducting the pool or something.
Yeah, with his music group. We are coming back. There's a bunch of singing fish, another entrance to the pool. You can see the Skyliners right back there.
And that trail right there would take you out to Hourglass Lake, where you could walk along and go to the Skyliner Station. And we're just walking along right now, kind of by the back side of the laundry building, on the other side of the pool that we haven't been on yet. And we're coming up to the Ursula building again on our left.
And the laundry building. So I will show this off just a little bit. It's nothing too crazy, but it's one of the bathrooms. So as you can see in here, some vending machines. It's where you wash your clothes, and they also have some soap, so if you forget some, you need to wash your clothes, you're not screwed. So we're coming right back up to the Ursula buildings and the giant Ursula.
Here we go, we're gonna check in. Take a look for the first time. Oh wow, oh it feels so good. It's nice and cool. And this looks great, so it's been refurbished. Last time we were here there were carpet floors. Now we've got these hardwood floors. So we moved all our stuff in, we just kind of threw it in the corner for now. Before we unpack and kind of settle ourselves in, we wanted to show around the room while it's still nice and clean and new, right how you would walk into it if you're coming to a Disney trip. So super cute for these Little Mermaid rooms. On the wall you've got Flounder and Sebastian there. And then of course, the shell bed. It's the highlight. And that light up there is kind of like a pearl. It's really cool. And then next to the bed, the portrait of Eric and Max with the castle. And then you've got side tables. Looks like they got 2 outlets in there and 2 USB things, which is nice. Nice drawer. We do have now space under the bed, which is awesome. I think last time when we had the carpet floors, the carpet went kind of and met the foot of the bed, so there was, I think the bed went down lower. It didn't have these legs like this, and you couldn't put anything underneath, so storage was kind of hard. But at Pop Century we really liked having that under the bed space for storing any of our luggage. At Pop Century we did have a little fold down table too, which was actually awesome. I'm gonna kind of miss having that little fold down table here, but we've got this over here, which is so cute. So a table themed with some Under the Sea music by Horatio Felonius Ignatius Crustaceus Sebastian. And a super cute mirror with fish around it. Even the curtains are themed. And you look out, we're on the first floor, so we got a pool view. And then we've got the Resort Loop TV on the TV, of course. You gotta have that on when you're at Disney. They do give you a coffee maker.
Now,
they do.
Joffrey's.
Yeah, they do give you a coffee maker now with Joffrey's, some different Joffrey's to make, some creamers. We typically don't really use the coffee makers, but maybe I'll try it. Who knows? You've got 2 more outlets there, 2 more USB plugs, 2 more outlets, 2 more USB plugs. So there's quite a lot scattered around. I didn't check this one. Let's see. This side table also has the 2 outlets and 2 USB plugs. So a lot of places to plug in devices. And then over here is the bathroom. You got a hook with an octopus to hang stuff. Got this awesome bathroom curtain with the octopus and all the fish. Really making you feel like you're under the sea. And we look behind the curtain and we got the whole bathroom. Just colored and themed really nicely, making you feel like you're under the sea. Those shell lights on the top of the mirror are so cool. And the details on the mirror are really nice too. It looks kind of like coral, like you're in a reef. This sink is also really cool. Kind of that marbling. It's almost like a blue and gray marble. Makes you feel like you're on the ocean floor. And then we go into Ariel's little grotto, aka the shower and tub combo. And you actually get to take a shower and get ready inside of her grotto where she has all her treasures, like the Who's Its and What's Its and Snarfblats and
Who's Its and What's Its and more.
Yeah, Who's Its and What's Its galore and dingle hoppers and everything. So got a dingle hopper there. And I remember seeing that there's even a hidden Mickey. I can't even remember if from looking this was the one that was mentioned, but this looks like a Mickey to me, right? It's definitely the hidden Mickey. That's an awesome shower. Then you close the curtain. You got Ariel outside of her grotto, again with all of her treasures. So super nice room. It's mostly the same since we stayed in 2019. The big difference though is these hardwood floors. It's almost like a, I don't know what kind of material that would be described as, but it's pretty smooth, pretty soft to the touch. It used to be carpet, so it is quite a big change.
It looks more like
I do, and it's easier to clean.
Yeah,
I like the color a lot. It's easier to clean, it won't get as dirty. And I think because of this hardwood, they were able to kind of switch around the beds and give you that underbed storage space, which is really key. It's gonna be so nice. All of our lounge fly backpacks have made it safely. Me and Jamie each took 5.
So we hope that you enjoyed touring Art of Animation Resort. We love this resort and we always have fun walking around here. There's so much to see and so much to do. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to us. And also let us know if next time you want to see us tour some other resorts that you're interested in seeing.
Yeah, we love the theming here. It's awesome. As always, thanks for keeping up in Disney.
We'll see you next time.